being a business owner, it's one of the most uncertain things I've ever done. It's my first business I've ever had. And it hasn't been as rosy. It hasn't been perfect. It hasn't gone the way that I thought it was going to go. The way that I thought it was going to go, especially with God calling me to start this business, I thought it was going to be like that, just abundance. I thought doors are going to open that would never open. I'm sorry, doors were open that would never close, and the money was just going to be flowing in. I was like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. You know what I mean? The millions haven't come. They just haven't come. Maybe that's around the corner, and I'm a little impatient. And I think just like the Israelites, you can get very impatient. You know what I mean? It speaks about them being in the wilderness for 40 years. Let's go to that verse. You know what I mean? So we can get a little edification on it. Deuteronomy 8, verse 2-3. And you shall remember all the way which Yahuah Elohaka led you these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you and to prove you, to know what was in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or no. And he humbled you and suffered you to hunger and fed you with manna, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahuah does man live. Key points of this verse, or these verses: the wilderness is not punishment. It's refining, testing, and preparing you. But it speaks of them staying in the wilderness for 40 years. I've been in what I consider a wilderness about 2.5 years now. And man, I can't even imagine 40 years. You know what I mean? 40 years of this testing and refining. It already seems like it never ends. Some days seem redundant and repeated. You know, the movie Groundhog Day, it kind of reminds me of that, where I'm waking up and I'm waiting for something to change. I'm waiting for the blessings that I know God could pour out in my life like that. And it's just not coming. And I'm doing everything I can. I continually make sacrifices. I've given up whoredom. I've given up going to clubs and being a party animal and being a person that follows my flesh. I've given up a lot of things. Just recently, about 3 months ago, gave up even smoking marijuana, something that would help me through stressful days. You know what I mean? Make days a little more peaceful. Give me peace.